Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It's Monday, March 19th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. A tough loss for UMBC. Boy, I tell you, the UMBC Retrievers have accomplished the unthinkable, becoming the first number 16 seed to defeat a number 1 seed in NCAA men's basketball history. They defeated the Virginia Cavaliers on Friday and narrowly lost to the Kansas State Wildcats 50-43 last night. But boy, what a great season for Coach Ryan Odom and the players of UMBC. And if you've got a moment, check out the Twitter account UMBC Athletics. This guy was spot on through the whole weekend. Fantastic. Speaking of UMBC, their bookstore is having problems. Since Friday night, since their historic win, they have seen more than 4,000 online merchandise orders over the weekend. Average is 1,500 a year. I've got one of those good news, bad news stories. Capital Tees will be closing their store at the Westfield Annapolis Mall. That's the sad news. The good news is that they're moving back to their headquarters on Main Street in Annapolis. The company said sales over the past year are down 40 to 50% at the mall, and they are one of a number of stores that are closing in the mall this year, most notably Lord & Taylor. I'm very glad to see some stores moving back to Main Street. Hey, first we had the escape rooms, and we've got one right here in town with Mission Escape Rooms, but now, up in Glen Burnie, you've got a rage room. And what's a rage room, you might ask? Well, it's a room where you can go in and you can beat stuff up. You can break plates and cups. You can use a baseball bat, a sledgehammer, a crowbar, whatever you've got. It's located on Furnace Branch Road up in Glen Burnie. And according to Jason Tillman, the owner, he said he provides the protective gear, a protective mask, coveralls, gloves, whatever needs. You can also bring your own stuff to bash. And Tillman said he's seen a lot of photos and mementos from soured relationships destroyed in the rage room. They do monitor each session to make sure nobody gets out of hand. He says 60% of his customers are women, and the date night package is the most popular. You can find out more information at rageroommd.com. At 11:30 a.m. on St. Paddy's Day, Annapolis police responded to Medgar Evers Street for a report of shots fired. When they were responding, further information was received that there was a shooting victim now on President Street. An 18-year-old male, whose name has not been released, was sent to Anne Arundel Medical Center with unspecified injuries. The police have not released any further information, and they're asking for anybody that has any information to contact them at 410-260-3439. County Executive Steve Schuh is putting in some legislation that will further restrict medical marijuana in Anne Arundel County. This is going to restrict variances that have been granted for medical cannabis dispensaries. The legislation is planned to be introduced to tonight's meeting, and it will prohibit granting any variances related to restrictions passed in 2015. So essentially, any medical marijuana facility will have to be located in accordance with the letter of the law. Schuh did oppose having medical cannabis in the county. However, the council wasn't going to go along with that, so they did negotiate the restrictions. Currently, there have been 11 different requests for dispensaries, and 9 of them have all had a variance request as well. Hey, if you have $30 in your pocket and you're looking to get rid of it tonight, I've got just the solution for you. Head on over to Ram's Head on Stage, and it's AMFM's In the Vane Of, and they're back this time with Stevie Wonder as the featured artist. Now, In the Vane Of, what they do is they take local bands which play for free, and they each do a cover of the featured artist, Stevie Wonder, and then another one in the vein of Stevie Wonder. It's a lot of fun. Up this time, you've got Pressing Strings, Shansay, Glenn Workman, David Glazer, Guitars from Mars, Higher Hands, Jimmy Haha, Kagan Miles, Larry and Jen, Megan Bryan, Mike McHenry, Oreo, Tobias Russell, PJ Thomas Acoustics, The Ladies, Sean Lane and Bay Jazz Project with Justine Miller, and a few other surprises. Tickets are still available, but there aren't too many of them. Don't expect to get them at the door. They're $30. It is a fundraiser, and it goes to AMFM, which is a wonderful organization that helps out our musicians right here in town. That's about all I've got for the news, and that was plenty. Stand by. We have George Young with DMV Weather and a snowy forecast. I happened to take a peek, and I think he's calling for almost 3 inches here in Annapolis. So let's hear what he has to say right after this.
I'm Sean O'Neill, your local RBC Wealth Management Advisor. When you choose to work with me, you'll have access to a worldwide network of financial products and services only available from a leading global institution. RBC's international reputation for physical strength and stability, world-class capabilities, and corporate values is unique in the financial services industry. I also recognize the importance of reinvesting in the communities in which we live and work, and I'm committed to serving my clients by building long-term relationships based on trust, integrity, and confidence. I look forward to helping you with your wealth management needs. Call me, Sean O'Neill, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, March 19th. After a spectacular day yesterday with max sunshine, light winds, finally, and warm temps that finally got up to and even slightly above the average high temp for the day in the mid-50s, today will be another solid day with some sunshine and temps upper 40s to lower 50s across all of Anne Arundel County. And then that's it for that, as winter returns just in time for the beginning of calendar spring. And yes, there's more snow in the forecast. After a swing and a whiff on our last snowfall forecast for the storm last Monday, in which we called for 2 to 5 plus inches for Anne Arundel County, and it was ultimately a non-storm for the Annapolis area and beyond in the region, we are once again calling for measurable snow with this next storm, with a forecast of 2.9 inches in Annapolis and 4.9 inches measured at BWI Airport, most of which we think will come in the nighttime hours of Tuesday night, lasting into the morning hours of Wednesday the 21st. And even if only 1.0 inches of snow is recorded at BWI Airport on Tuesday or Wednesday, it'll be a bit of a rarity, as there have only been 12 days in the last 72 years total in which BWI has recorded 1 inch or more of snowfall between March 20th and March 31st. So let's see what happens, and definitely stay tuned for updates via Eye on Annapolis and also our free weather app that you can get by searching for DCMD Weather in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And of course, you can follow us at dmvweather.com or on Twitter or Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Eye on Annapolis forecast. Keep the coat, hat, and gloves nearby this entire weekend beyond, as the rest of March looks like it'll be a cold one. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Hi, this is Randy.
And Claudia Boldiga. Please join us and our presenting sponsor, RXNT, on Saturday, April 28th on AAMC's South Campus for Denim and Diamonds Bash. Proceeds will benefit mental health and addiction services in our community. Now more than ever, we need to focus on this critical need.
The bash sold out last year, so don't delay and join us for this fabulous night under the stars. Can't make the party? You can still help by purchasing a raffle ticket.
This year's raffle is a stunning 4-piece amethyst jewelry collection donated by Cezanne Jewelers, valued at $5,000. Only 100 tickets will be sold for the raffle, so don't miss out. For event or raffle tickets, go to aamcdenimanddiamonds.org.
Thanks for your support of Anne Arundel Medical Center's efforts to improve the availability of mental health and addiction services throughout our community.
Remember, it's not just a party, it's a party with a purpose.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.